One question which I got asked last week, what should I do with the dividends that I receive? Now, we were all under some mythical belief that dividends were tax free. Actually, dividends were tax free is theoretically correct, which means it was you did not have to pay tax on it in your hands. The tax was already being deducted by the company because the company had something called a DDT, dividend distribution tax, which was at 28%, and on that you did not get any credit. Now, what will happen is the dividend will come to your hands. Some of us will pay tax at 10%, some at 20%, some at 30%, some at 40%. So, only those who are at 40% and above or 30% and above, because there's nothing called 30%, there is 30% plus surcharge. Only the people in the top 2 brackets or top 3 brackets would be impacted. Those in the 20% bracket, like somebody like my mother or somebody like that, would actually be benefiting. Now, what happens is when you get the money, you actually do not know what to do, assuming that you are still earning. You are 25 years of age, you have dividend income. You did not invest that for the income, right? You invested for the growth. If you were in a mutual fund, you would have taken a growth option. If you were in an ETF, you would have taken you would not get any dividend. So it will keep growing and you will buy more and more of the ETFs. That is how your investments would have gone up. But the ETF itself would have received the dividend and that would be enhancing your yield. Now, very surprising, but if you take Dow data over very long periods of time, the importance of dividend can be seen over 40-50 years also. You don't have to go to 100 years, but even over 40-50 years, you see the impact of dividends because of 2 things. One, the dividend may be small. It will look very small because it's 2% or 3%. Maybe in US, some companies are even higher than that. And remember, the interest rates in US are 0, right? Or at least very close to 0. So in US, 2% dividend yield or a 3% dividend yield is huge. So what should you do with that money when you're young? Obviously, when you're young and you have other income and therefore you have generated this amount surplus for you to invest. So the dividend is irrelevant and the dividend is normally very small. So the money comes, lies in your savings account and does nothing for you. In the US, you can shift to something called DRIP. You can tell the company, instead of giving me the dividend in cash, please give me units, or rather equity shares. So you had 100 shares, then the dividend was about 3%. So which means you will get 3 more shares, right? So 100 will become 103, next year it will become 106. Year after that, if the dividends go up and you are able to buy 4 shares, then it will go 210. So you already have a 10% increase in your number of shares. I'm not talking about price, which is not bad because a 3% compounding over a 30, 40, 50 years, assuming there's a 30-year-old or a 25-year-old who has started this and he keeps the same portfolio, and what is the number of years of compounding that he's got? He's got 65 years of compounding at the age of 90, right? That's huge. None of us, many of us won't get that kind of years of compounding. And so I think you should reinvest all the dividends that you get. I know there are detractors who will tell you, oh, but which means your portfolio is getting more and more concentrated. So be it. Maybe you have 40 companies in your portfolio and all the 40 companies are paying dividends. So all the 40 company dividends you will reinvest because you're young and you are still not dependent on the dividend for your day-to-day living. You have your salary income or business income, whatever is there. So all the more reason why the money will get reinvested. If you are afraid that the company which is paying dividend is not good, it should not be there in your portfolio, because I know people will say, but what if the company is bad? If the company is bad and still declaring dividend at a yield which you find it attractive, why are you saying the company is bad? Because it is meeting your goal. However, if you think that going forward this company will not pay this dividend for whatever reason, it should go out of your portfolio, right? Or if you think that the company is too young and it will pay dividend only after 5 years or 7 years, that might be fine, because you may have chosen companies which are likely to increase the dividend after a few years rather than the PNGs and HULs of the world, which is a fully discovered kind of share. So depending on your needs, obviously you should reinvest the dividend that you get, and keep it there till you do not need the money. However, if you develop second thoughts on whether that company should be there at all and what you should do with the dividend, be very clear. Just sell it off. If it does not meet your criteria, assuming you have a written down criteria, sell it off for whatever reason. If it's not performing, the results are bad, they may not have slashed dividends, but you think the signals are there that they will slash dividend, by all means cut off that share, buy something else. So I don't see any reason for not reinvesting your dividend. Unfortunately, in India, you cannot tell the company to give you shares instead of the dividend. So you will receive the dividend minus the TDS, and you will obviously have to pay tax at whatever slab you are paying, and the balance will be available for reinvestment. But yes, you should reinvest. There is no doubt about that. Thank you.